Hey, this is all about being a professional writer, which I have been most of my life. When I was like 17 years old, I was the only kid at Carmont High School, Belmont, California. Norma Burks Bizigiano. I'm the only kid that got an A+ in fiction. And I wrote that story in like 3 hours the night before. Don't care much for fiction. Too easy. It really is. It's too fucking easy. So I've spent most of my life as a writer of science, and I hope to provoke some of you, if you're young enough to get into, if you have the genius to do it, into writing abstracts. Because writing abstracts in science or law or even an abstract on a book or novel or is a genius. It requires genius to compress all that into just a few words. 250 to 750. I can say I have way too much time tonight. Maybe I should talk about the fact of my most productive years, which was my mid to late 30s to early 50s. This is how it would go. Because I'm old school, man. I really hate all these. Actually, an old friend of mine, old classmate of mine, was a quality control assurance person at Palm Pilot, and one of my early students about in the year 2000 was a Palm Pilot owning freak. And I hated that little bastard. JP whatever. Fuck you, JP. PJ, JP, still. So, when I really finally came into my own, I would go to the life sciences library, usually, and would work for 18 hours at a time, and download all kind of shit, which I would study all night at my favorite coffee shop across the street, the Metro, which doesn't exist anymore. Hasn't for 20 years probably, or close to it, 15. And then in the morning, begin again. I'd usually do 48 to 60 hours of straight study, notations and deductions and stuff, and always finish up at the Metro and then head home. And at home, where I often had contracts waiting for the Libertarian Party to send them an expert opinion letter for literally like $1 a word or more. I would do that, but once I got home, I'd have a good night's sleep, and then I would the next day and into the next night, because I'm real old school. Even my Yankee niece from Boston and New York, Manhattan, used to say that my handwriting was beautiful. My block print is unique. It's unique to me. I've been using it since I was a teenager, when I realized that cursive writing was for right-handed people, and it's a bunch of bullshit that's hard to read. It leads to a lot of crap. So, actually, at that time, I used to carry around a 1.25-inch Canon laptop typewriter, and which would fit into my briefcase, leather briefcase, real easily and stuff like that. But when I got home, I always preferred to do it old school. Almost all the papers that you people out there hold, many of you are growing old. Many of you are now 90 or dead. But I used to write these incredible 15-page to 50-page letters, at least one a night or two a night and stuff like that, and till dawn, and go to bed and sleep during the day because of my glaucoma and stuff like that. And then at night I would come back alive and do it all again. I spent about 3 days at home writing expert opinion letters when I wasn't doing actual research on me or some animal, because I've done a lot of research on me. There's nothing better than researching on yourself, because that way you really know that the aspirin megadose that you just got prescribed is what just led to your blindness. There's no doubt about it. I think I'm going to end this fairly quick, probably at 10 minutes tonight. I love being a professional writer and stuff like that. You know, people wanted to hear what I had to say, and I often said it, actually most of the time I said it for free in expert opinion letters to Dr. Rick Musty of the International Cannabinoid Research Society. But also there were these real weird rich queers with the libertarian community that would pay me big money to. And the last time that I did a paper for them, that weirdo, queerdo, Asperger's loser, he changed the terms of our contract, which our contract is that I write a paper for the Libertarian Party in Texas for in-house use only. And he said he called me up and said, hey, I put up a website. I'm going to put up your paper, and with my name on everything. No, dude, that wasn't our original. So I kept Bruce's money, and he got no paper. That's what you do when you fuck with me. You fuck around with me, I'll fuck you over, big time. So I wish I could get back to, but it's so difficult now because of my eyes, etc. I really like writing, but I do most of it on social media. I teach people every day in social media about 20 or 30 subjects that they don't know anything about. But I wish actually today I gave a long, what do you call it, speech about antiprostanoids and anandamides, etc., to a person in a business that I was communicating with. Actually, it was my bank. My phone company, they love me. They will listen to me forever because I keep them from dying. So I kind of miss those days when I would, during the night from like midnight till 6 a.m., I could pump out 15 to 50 pages of perfectly written, old school block print, complete with the date, time, everything, title, you name it. I could do that. And I used to get $1 or $2 a word. Now I won't work for the Libertarians. I won't work for any political party. And fuck y'all. That's all I got to say is just fuck y'all. Your politics just suck, you know. I've really been taking a break here lately because, for one thing, I got cancer again, and number two, I'm mostly concerned with curing that cancer in any way I can, whether it's cannabinoids or endocannabinoids, which I'm really using endocannabinoids right now. So, go fuck yourself.